Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Year 9. This podcast here will be about tourism and will only be a quick one, just a little read through the different topics we looked at, different keywords, just to help you revise the topic ahead of any exams that you do on this. So, in terms of tourism, we looked at world tourism first of all, and we looked at the definition of tourism. So, tourism is the commercial organisation and operation of holidays and visits to places of interest. So it's people visiting places and people organising visits to places that they want to go to for whatever reason. That could be a beach, that could be cultural immersion in a place that's different to your own, or it could be to see a famous site like one of the wonders of the world. It could be any of those. So tourism is that, and a tourist is a person who travels to a place that is not their usual place where they live for at least one night. So this could be for holiday, for business. If it's either one of those, they are a tourist. Now, tourism includes all the activities that tourists take part in and also the services that support them. You can't have tourism without hotels, airports, taxi drivers, even restaurant sellers, for example. And for tourism, you have to have an attraction, something that makes people want to go there. You have to have accommodation and catering. People need places to sleep, wash, eat and drink. And you have to have transport to and from these places so people can actually get around wherever you're staying. So that is the basics of tourism. Then we looked a little bit more about sustainable tourism. I showed you some pictures of what I have done before. So tourism has increased around the world, okay? It's a very, very lucrative business as well. There's about $3 billion a day was spent on tourism, mostly on holidays. And in some poorer countries like Peru, for example, tourism is one of the few ways and their biggest income streams. And also in many countries, people also spend a lot on domestic tourism. Cyprus is a perfect example for that, where you are a tourist in your own country. That's what domestic tourism means. 1 in every 12 jobs around the world is actually linked to tourism. So I showed you some graphs and some data about how tourism has increased over the years, from less than 100 million 100 years ago to nearly 1 billion arrivals these days. France being the most popular version and country of tourism, with Spain, USA, China, Italy, UK, Germany, Ukraine, Turkey and Mexico slightly further behind. Obviously, it's not the same all year round, mostly in the summer months for the Northern Hemisphere, so June, July, August, and maybe September, when most people choose to go away, mainly because the weather is best. And people are travelling to different places. Normally, still today, is Europe. However, there's been places like Cambodia and Vietnam that have seen a massive increase in recent years due to better transportation to and from these areas. So yes, back to ecotourism. Sustainable tourism and ecotourism are similar things. What they mean are tourism that respects cultures, places and peoples. Basically, tourism where local people have a say. Tourism where a fair share of the money generated goes to the local people who need it. Ecotourism includes also as little damage as possible to the environment. So small groups of people, wildlife, natural environments with few buildings. The aims are to help tourists learn about and enjoy wildlife, to have minimal impact on the environment, respecting local people, respecting local cultures and religions, and employing local people so they can earn some money. A really important thing for year 10 and 11 going forward is that you know about case studies. So I showed you a specific tribe, the Aseager, the rainforest tribe in Peru and Bolivia, and about how they are the recipients of ecotourism and about how they have benefited from that, bringing money into the area. Also, they're learning more skills, new languages, they're learning English a bit better, and the local wildlife's benefited too because it's part of the attraction. So that is, in a nutshell, tourism. You obviously had your projects as well about how we can reduce global warming in terms of tourism related to that too. But that's basically it. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll speak to you soon.